Dan Blute here. I want to take a minute to talk about the learning process for throwing an amazing changeup. So, personal story here. When I was a sophomore, I needed to learn a changeup. I was a fastball curveball guy, and I had a great curveball. That was why I got to play college baseball. That was the little key that unlocked a lot of doors for me. But I didn't have a changeup, and unfortunately, I didn't have a pitching coach at my alma mater, and there was really no one there to teach me. So I asked some teammates, and I just kind of asked around. I putted around the internet, and I settled on a grip that I felt made sense for me, and I tinkered and I found one that is the one that I now teach. And I threw, I think, 1,000 changeups from November to February 1st of my sophomore year. And every day, I didn't throw them hard, but I found a catch partner, or I found a wall, and I got my 100 throws in. So again, it wasn't hard throws every day. Usually it was just like catch speed, like 50% effort, like 60 miles per hour. But I'd go fastball, changeup, changeup. Fastball, changeup, changeup. Fastball, changeup, changeup. So if I threw 90 throws, I'd throw about 50, 60 changeups every day. And I usually throw between 80 and 120 throws, just playing catch and working on my mechanics and working on trying to get the feel of the couple things that I thought I was feeling for in my changeup. And it's always a numbers game. It's always a focus game. And I put in probably at least 1,000 really good, really focused, outcome-oriented changeups. I didn't just chuck them. I wasn't just chatting through it. I was focused on every single one, getting on the inside of the ball, and getting some arm side sink and run to it. And again, I had minimal instruction. I had some catch partners that helped me that said, hey, yeah, that one looks good. That one was kind of flat. I got feedback, and I took it, and I tried to make the next one better. No matter who you learn from, no matter if you take my course, if you have a pitching coach with you every single day, it still comes down to you. Because they're not going to be breathing over your shoulder. They're not going to be forcing you to focus and be determined to make a better pitch on every single next throw. And one of the big things that I learned from high-level players was that when they threw in pregame, especially relievers, because relievers don't throw bullpens. When the season's going, they only pitch full speed in games because they could pitch tonight and they could pitch again tomorrow. I pitched 4 out of 6 days. I pitched 8 innings in a week once. The last week of the season, I pitched a ton. You could pitch every day, and you never know. So you don't throw bullpens. You really just play catch before the game. You throw flat grounds. You'll stretch out a little bit, but those throws you learn once you're a full-time reliever in the minor leagues, they're precious. You only get so many, and even if they're 60 miles per hour, you have to get something out of every throw. So you learn from that. Like, I know what my perfect changeup feels like. I have to get it on this one. It was like a little bit here instead of there. This next one's going to be better. It wasn't quite perfect. The next one's going to be better. It's just like so focused, and you're so determined, and you're so process and outcome oriented that every pitch is extremely valuable. So no matter what you learn from me and what you learn from other coaches, it's ultimately going to come down to how regimented, how process oriented you are, how focused and determined you are on really getting better. And every single throw counts. And when you make every single throw count, they're going to aggregate, they're going to add up. You're going to make 10,000 throws in a calendar year on average. They're not going to be hard. That's not pitches, but just how many times you're going to throw a ball. And if every time you're focused, it's your mechanics, and you're determined to get a good outcome, a better outcome than the previous one, you're going to succeed long term. Because you're going to start to pull away from your competition, from your peers, and one day you're just going to wake up. You know, the funny term is like, oh, it took me 20 years to be an overnight success. It will just creep up on you. You focus hard today. You get your work in today. You make every throw count today. And then one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, holy crap, my changeup is good. Like, it's filthy. You're going to start punching guys out. I've watched kids evolve this way. I've watched the evolution over a season where beginning of the season, he gets a couple ground balls. Then you start to see, oh, he got a swing and miss. That was a changeup. Then you start to see a couple swings and misses. Then you start to see the strikeouts come. Then you start to see this kid throw it 3-1, 2-0, and you just see the progression. It just takes time, but it takes focused, determined, very, very, very exceptional reps. All right? So don't give a single throw away, and long term, you're going to wake up and you're going to have a filthy changeup, a filthy curveball, whatever it is, if you just trust the process and go one pitch at a time and don't give them away.